class, and this is the third class we are having so far. We are making progress day by day. I expect that if this is your first time of joining, you should have watched the recordings. The links are sent to the group chat. They are on YouTube and they are available on B.O.F YouTube channel. Watch them. The slides are sent to the group chat. You can click the link and watch it. Please have sat. I keep muting you and you keep unmuting your mic. Please, you're interfering with the call. I don't know. Can you just stop unmuting your mic? Thank you. So I believe you must have watched the recording. This is your first time, so you can ask questions and catch up or follow up. So for today, what we are going to be doing for today, I think I mentioned a little bit of that. We are going to be reviewing the assignment, those that are submitted, yes, from assignment 1, and then I'm going to be doing an overview or recap of what we've learned so far, because I don't want to just continue teaching new thing every now and then when I noticed that you haven't grasped the old one or the previous one, or I haven't seen your strengths or improvements on the previous one, because that's what this whole training is about. It's not just all about preaching to you or talking, and just leaving you to, I don't know, to do whatever it is. Mentorship is part of the learning process, and that's it. Mentorship, seeing what you've done, seeing what you are able to achieve, guiding you through the process. That's part of the whole tutorial or the whole teaching, both mentorship and teaching in person. Both mentorship and also teaching. That is part of like the entire learning process. So before we kickstart into here,
Bluetooth ɗinka. Dan Allah.
Please, officer, mute your mic. We are disturbing the class.
so before we kickstart or go into that, does anybody have any question you would like to generally or openly ask? Please ask your question. Yeah, Mohammed, please go ahead.
Good day, ma.
Good day, Mohammed.
My question was regarding last week assignments. Last class assignment.
Okay.
What, to my understanding, the assignment is based on you have to pick any fintech app or edu app. But according to what I'm seeing in the group, you are to develop your own software and then ask people about the software. So up to now, I'm a bit confused about the assignment. Are we using the previously or frequently using app like the fintech app that we are having, or we are to create our own application and then use on it and work on it? That is my own question mark.
Can you come again with that question?
My question was the previous last class assignment.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused. Are we developing our own software or our own web page, then ask people about it, or are we using the existing softwares or fintech application like people that are using OP and Money Point to ask them about their own view on the softwares, or are we to create our own software and ask people about it? So that is what I'm confusing about. As I'm seeing in the group, people are saying we are to develop our own software or software application and then work on it. So that is why I'm confusing.
Okay, thank you so much for that question, Mohammed.
Yes, ma'am.
You are not working on an existing software. You are working on your own idea from scratch. Come up with your own idea. Think about something you want to do. Think about a problem you want to solve in the fintech or edutech industry. That is why you are meant to carry out a research. When you carry out research, you are going to see that there are certain problems or issues some people are experiencing. So you are going to use that feedback from users to start building your own mobile application or your own mobile software during the course of this training. Did I explain or did you get what I just said?
Yes, ma, I get.
Mohammed,
But
did you
okay,
get what I just said?
yes, ma, I get you. But as you said, we are to take research from people. So it is after we created our software, then we take research, or we are to take research from the previously application, then we
You're not
develop our own
how are
policy.
you going to create wait. How are you going to create a software when you don't have you say, is it after we've created our own software? How do you plan or start designing a mobile application when you don't have idea, you don't have probably you don't have a user persona, you don't have the idea of what you want. So what do you want to go and start designing there? It's after you are done doing your research, seeing what the problem is, coming up with idea or coming up with way to solve it, then coming up with features before you go and start jumping into Figma and start designing mobile screens and or you can't design something when there is so you just want to just design based on your own assumption on thinking and then go and start doing research on what you've designed. No, you do your research first, do your findings first before you go and start designing something.
Okay, ma, I get you now.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I understand.
Thank you. I'm so glad some people actually submitted assignments regarding that because we're going to look into it or I'm going to review the assignments. Okay, I think some people still have some questions. This class is very important because those that are not joining right now, like I said, I'm not teaching anything new today. We are going to be doing a lot of reviews and feedback. That's part of the learning process. And after that, I'm not coming back again. We are moving ahead by next class. So, Joshua, yeah, please, you can ask your question.
Okay, good evening, ma. Good
Good
evening, ma. Can
evening.
you hear me? Yes. Okay, so I
Yeah, I
I
can hear you.
I wanted an extension to the submission time because people like us, we our PPA is like we our PPA is at companies, so and we do 8 to 6.
Sorry, your voice
The
is
company
breaking at the point. You said your PPA what? Sorry, Joshua.
it's it's a company, it's a company.
Oh,
So
okay,
and
company. Yeah.
yes, in church we do 8 to 6 o'clock. So and I won't be able to meet up with the
Okay.
submission time. So the only time I'm free is Saturdays and Sundays. So I don't know if you can shift submission to maybe Sunday or something, because I'm always eager to do the assignment, but the time constraint is my problem.
Okay, Joshua, thank you so much for that. It will be looked into. Next person is Ruth. Do you have a question, Ruth?
Good evening, ma. Yes, ma. I have a question.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Okay, ma. So my question is on number 4. Though I submitted the assignment, but I just wanted to be sure if it was the right thing. For for the research, we did. Let's say I have like 10 respondents. Am I supposed to get like extract insights for those 10 people, or like it will be a general insight from whatever response they give me? Or it has to be each individual's response? I will extract insight from each individual's response.
Yes, you extract insights from each individual response, but I think the last assignment was creative persona, and I made mention that you don't have to create personas for each individual. You
Yes.
can merge the personas, can just be two or three. But when you extract insights from each of them, you can see that some of them are having
Yes.
similar problem at similar points in time. So you can just merge it together and then create just two or maybe three personas at the end of the day.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma. All right, ma. Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. Any other question from any other person? S- okay. Since there's no other question, so far so good. Somebody's raising up their hand. Who is that? Okay. I don't think there's any new persuasion plan. So I don't know. If there's someone, is there anybody here that can just briefly tell me, probably in 60 seconds, just tell me what we've been learning so far in the course of this training, or what you've learned. Let me not just say what we've been learning, what you yourself you've learned. Let me know, okay, if you yourself you've learned something at the end of the day since we started till now. Okay, Jimo,
Yeah, good evening.
good evening.
Yeah. Actually, before I know about UI like I understand the concept of the user interface and user experience. But the
Yeah.
last class, I understand how to make a research, how to work on, how to create a persona, by for you to work on your project. At least you have to get experience. At least you can have to people make a research about what you are planning to create or design. So that's really what I learned so far. And I really enjoyed the last class.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Temitayo, you want to say something?
Yes, good evening, ma. What
Good
I've been able
evening.
to learn so far, actually, just like Ridwan, I also knew about UI UX because my mom took and I fell in love with it. And I've had like much more deep knowledge about what UI UX is. It is not just about designing a layout or adding icons or whatsoever, but it's about understanding the needs of the users and the importance of um, UI UX also in product development and whatnot. So far I've been able to learn so many things that if we say we should start dissecting them, it will take much of our time, but I've been able to learn so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Temitayo for that. So I'm just going to take one more response, which is Zainab.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Uh,
Good evening.
for me, I've been hearing about your ideas, but never really had proper idea of what it really is. And the classes have really been interesting. And for me, I've learned about during the previous classes, I learned on concepts of the laws of UI UX, what websites are supposed to obey, the laws they're supposed to follow that makes them really appealing and attractive for users and make it very easy to navigate. I've learned on the different laws and I'm still learning on them to really understand and grasp them. And also on the persona, how to make apps, personalized app for users and understand what users really need when developing an app. So it has been
Okay.
a very
Okay. Thank you so much for that response, Zainab. I'm so glad that we are actually following or making our ways and things. Thank you so much. So for those of us that might just be joining now, or for those of us that will still be joining the previous two classes and still not on a better footing with things, we've had two classes so far and we've talked about I'm just going to be skimming through this. We've talked about what we've looked into a lot of things. Yes, we've looked into a lot of things. We've looked at the overview of UI/UX design, what UI/UX design is. So I don't expect that by now you might be telling somebody that, or someone might say, "Oh, Alpha, I hear say you did learn UI/UX design for this place." So what is even this UI/UX design? If by now you can't still open your mouth and explain that to the person, then you should actually, I don't know, probably maybe UI/UX design is not meant for you. You should just try to look for something else to start learning. So by now you should be able to explain confidently to people what UI/UX design is all about. And apart from just words, you should be able to explain to them in a practical and a more digital form or understanding, even in the layman understanding, so that they are going to understand what is all about. So far, so good. What we've been looking at is just, let me say, okay, what we'll be looking at in terms of research and personas, those are UX processes. We're still going to go into UI itself, which is user interface, in the course of the class. So we've looked at overview of UI/UX design, what it is, the difference between it, the importance. Yeah, we've looked at the importance, like Zainab mentioned. Yeah, I think it was Zainab mentioned, or the person before Zainab, Temitayo, the importance it is in product development. So that if they're going to hire you tomorrow and they say, oh, at the end of the day, they'll say, why do we really need you? So if you can be able to tell them why it's being needed before going into showing them the practical work, or showing them your portfolio, or showing them the work you've done. Then we looked at the application, we look at role difference between it. Most times people make look at difference, people make mistake and think as a graphic designer you should be a UI/UX designer, but in reality that's not the case. So we did this assignment and we're going to be reviewing this together in class for those that submitted the assignment in the mail. So I said go to a digital application website, apply 3 things you feel is smooth, right, why they feel that way. So I'm just going to be reviewing 2 or 3 of this particular assignment for those that submitted. The major one we are going to look at, or the major one I want to review more, is this assignment that had to do with Naira. I know majority of us did not submit that, but I know I still give an extension. But yeah, so let me try sharing a different screen of the people or individuals that submitted the assignments. So the first person I think did that was Mohammed. I don't know if Mohammed is on this call, but if you are, this was your day one assignment that you did, and you looked into Canva. So if I tell you to go and redesign, when we go into looking at UI, if I tell you go and redesign Canva now, you want to tell me that you are going to design it way better than it is. So you said 3 things feel smooth and I love about Canva, easy to use interface, variety of templates and quick editing tools. 3 things, okay, I don't care to do what feels smooth. I want to see what you said was not what you don't like. Frustrating and that can be improved on, limited free features, internet dependency and performance issues on low devices. Why it feels smooth. The smooth interface templates make users enjoy Canva. The limitations is the free version can be frustrating because users may not afford premium features but still need them. The internet requirements and lagging issues affect productivity, especially in a place with unstable connectivity. Oh, I don't know. Okay, that might be your own issue or problem, but I don't think I've experienced lagging when it comes to using Canva or internet issue. The free version, yeah, there are a lot of limitations when it comes to using the free version, but that might be in the marketing aspects, yes. So what else did you have here? Okay, assignment 2. What was assignment 2 all about again? Okay, I say pick a problem of your choice, right? Okay. So for those this assignment too, sef, I even forgot I gave this particular assignment. So when I said pick a problem of your choice, write the user problem context, create a simple problem statement. This is still what I'm asking you guys to do when it comes to user persona. When it comes to carrying out user research, it was just what I asked you to do in assignment two, but this time a more advanced, right now you're going to create a research, because in assignment two I said pick a problem of your choice. So if you want to do a user research that you're doing in assignment four, pick a problem from either a fintech problem or an edutech problem. Go and carry out a research on it. Write the specific users this particular problem is, go and meet them or go and connect with them and carry out a research on it. That was what I asked you guys to do. So it's not like you have to have your website or platform you want to carry out a research on created first. No, and it's not on an existing one. I'm not telling you to go and carry out research on only people them that are using OP or people them that used OP, because you know you're not redesigning OP. You're redesigning a solution for yourself, but is in the fintech or in the edutech industry. So that's it. So let's look at this assignment. User students in rural area of Kazar. Sorry if I don't pronounce it. Difficulty accessing reliable internet for online learning contents. Difficulty in accessing reliable internet for online learning. Mohammed, you can even use this particular one now to create your to start. This is an edutech problem already, because I'm already seeing it as difficulty in accessing reliable internet for online. So from this now you can start building on it and carry out a proper research on it, because after you carry out, let me just state it here now, the assignment I'm giving you guys is a continuous assignment. So it's just like while you're going through the learning of this class, you are going to be doing a mini project. So that's it. You're not waiting till the class ends totally before you start building. No, after user persona, there's another assignment I'm going to be giving to you guys, which is going to be connected to the user persona you did, which is connected to the user research. So it's going to be a continuous process till you have your full mobile application high fidelity designs in your Figma. That is how it's going to be. So if you don't know that now, just know that now. So it's going to be a continuous step-by-step work. You're going to be building a project just like that. Then at the end of the class, you're still going to build another capstone project again. But while the class is going on, that is going on by the side. So context: many students in rural areas like Kazoo depend on mobile data to attend online classes, download materials, or use educational platforms. However, poor network coverage and high cost of data make it hard for them to learn effectively. Students in rural areas struggles to participate online learning due to poor internet access and high data costs. So this is a very good problem relating to edutech, which you can as well do more research on it and decide to build a product around it at the end of the day. So Mohammed, I think your assignment one was really carried out well. Thank you for that. So I think the next person that was here is Bello. It's better if, okay, I think some people were giving me access to the drive of where they did their assignments. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to open this. Okay, so for this particular person that gave me access to this drive, Bello, are you on this call? If you're on the call, you can react. I don't see review people's assignments that are not on the call. I know Mohammed was on the call. So, okay. Okay, Hafiz, are you on this call? This is on the course, so I'm going to go into that instead of fellow. So I'm just looking at them from the mail based on the order of when it was sent in. So based on the order of when it was sent in. So Hafiz, the website is G. I don't think I know this website. And this was, I think, was it a link also? I don't know. I'm trying to click on this link to for assignment one, but I don't think it's the URL was copied completely. So three things that feel smooth and I love about it: the website color, search box. Actually, I can't say because I'm not reviewing the website, so I don't know if this works. So I'm not going to skip to assignment two, the one that had to do with the user. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to skip to assignment two. Smoothing. This one I'm saying electoral malpractice. Problem, electoral malpractice, user, citizens of Nigeria. Context, election is the process through which citizens chooses their leaders in the democratic system. But usually this process is often affected by materials. Many individuals want to contest the election without following the rules, resulting in problem statement. So have sorry. So Hafiz, if you want to solve this, if you want to provide a solution to this problem digitally, how do you plan on doing that as a UI UX designer? Hafiz, are you on this call?
Good evening, ma.
Yeah, good evening.
Um, well, honestly, I haven't really thought about a particular solution for it because I was going based off the question of the assignment is to give a problem
Yeah.
statement. But if I can think of my head, I think the best method can be blockchain technology, whereby each vote of a citizen can be tracked based on how the transaction works and so on.
Okay. So just how the whole process can be tracked, finished.
Yes, because that's the problem that we have been having. The idea that the votes, as the way they usually say it, that they can't really track it because of internet, this and that, this and that. So I don't know whether there are crypto bros here or Web3, this and they know the idea of how blockchain works. Like each transaction is tracked
Okay.
precisely. So I feel like we can easily
Yeah, so you're
utilize that for
saying
voting.
okay, so what you're trying to say now is instead of building a Web2 platform, it would be better to build a Web3 platform where everything is decentralized and work on that instead.
Yes.
Okay. So what of those that are not into, or what of those that don't have an understanding of that, how that works, or how do they perform? Like I made mention earlier on, today's class is going to be interactive. I've already said it before. I'm not here to teach anything. I'm just here to review all what we've been learning, especially your assignments, to see your level of understanding so far. So don't mind me if I'm going to be asking a lot of questions from you guys rather than just talking. We can continue the whole talking for the next class.
Okay, but I'm
So what
waiting
of
for the
those that don't have an understanding on that, or you are going to think about it?
Well, I feel like that's where the UI UX designers come in, whereby they will try and onboard people and build a very user-friendly interface where people can easily use it.
Okay. Well done on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to move on. Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to move on to the next one I'm seeing here. So Krista Oyinye, I don't know if you're on the call. Krista Oyinye. If not Krista Oyinye, Lucy Chuku, are you on this call? Krista Oyinye, are you on the call? Okay, Krista is reacting. I'm looking at my mailbox. So I didn't see that digital application. Okay. Oh, okay. You talked about WhatsApp. Let me see what you have to say. 3 things that feel smooth: quality of voice and video calls, smooth method of sending and receiving information. Voice note lock feature. Our client going to using his back. Lack of sufficient storage space. Lack of seamless synchronization method. Inefficient search filter. So if you're saying lack of storage space, so if they ask you to come and design or work on their thing, what are you going to do about that? So this is an issue that feels frustrating. Lucy, are you on the call?
I'm on the call now.
Okay. So you said there are some things that feel frustrating and you feel like they can be improved. So how can they be improved? Or if you have to do a redesign of WhatsApp now, how are you going to improve that?
Okay, first of all, I think WhatsApp is not the only platform where people can send pictures or videos, but it's the only one where, like Instagram, you can send pictures and videos, but it's the only one where your pictures and videos that are sent, even the ones you don't watch or not, are stored in your storage space. Even if they don't, you don't download them, it's still stored, and then like you have to go and start cleaning it up or whatever. So I think they were supposed to look through those other platforms that have better storage spaces and see how they were supposed to manage that storage space issue.
Is that the case? I know if you don't download a video or image, like if you don't put your files or your documents on onto download on WhatsApp, it doesn't take up your storage. It's only if you download a particular picture or video. Is that not the case? Or am I missing something up?
It's the case. You would think that's the case, but like I don't do auto download, and I don't let things go to my gallery. But I've noticed that I still have to go to clean up my storage space after a while. Like if you're in a group chat, if you're in a chat where like people are inside, you just keep on seeing files that you don't even know about, that you had no idea it was there.
Okay. So you've not said how, if they say you should come and redesign it now, how you're going to solve that problem or solve that issue. You just said they should look at other apps. Okay, fine. So what
I
is
think
happening in the other
first of all,
apps?
the other apps, like I said, there are other various apps where you can send videos to people and receive videos
Mm.
from people, and that you won't like TikTok, you can share videos. Instagram, you share videos. Even Facebook. I've never had that issue in any of them, but I don't understand why it's only on WhatsApp I have that issue.
Okay, I think WhatsApp takes like it uses your phone storage. Normally, it uses your phone storage, and I think for other apps too, that's how it works too. It uses your phone, like when you are saving something, it uses your, because if you go to your phone settings, normally you go to apps, I think you can see the number of storage it's using and all of that. But okay, to me, me normally I experience that issue generally on not just on only WhatsApp, on other applications, them and the rest, when it comes to like them taking up my storage. So some instances that when I'm not using a particular app, when I've not used it for a very long time, I just go delete it from my phone because it's taking up storage plus the data in it and all of that. So you said a lack of seamless synchronization method. How does that work? Is it like when you're trying to like connect it to your phone or something?
Like for example, if you have your laptop, if your phone goes missing, you can't log into your WhatsApp on your laptop without having to scan the QR code.
Yeah,
Not the
that's
way
true.
Facebook is. You can just log in. You can just log in with
Mhm.
your username and
That's
email.
because
You
I
can't
think
do
that's
that on
because
WhatsApp.
yes, that's because WhatsApp uses phone number now. It's a messaging. It's not like a social media platform like other ones. It's a messaging platform. So it uses your phone number. I think that's why Facebook does not really have like, okay, fine, you can sign in with like your username and password and all of that. But WhatsApp uses phone number. Except you are saying, okay, let's just transfer it or turn it to an entirely social media platform, just like every other social media, Instagram, TikTok, and the rest.
I'm saying, like, for example, if you've done two-factor authentication, you have to use your email to do the two-factor authentication. I think that should be a way that if you know with your number, since you have that two-factor authentication, you can use your email to log in.
Hmm. Okay.
Since you have your email and you're supposed to have a password too.
Mhm. Okay, I think I get your point. Then you say insufficient or be inefficient search filter. It can be hard to find specific message in a chat, especially group chat sometimes. I think a group search filter should be deployed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that one has been a frustration to have experienced when I want to search for it and all. So good observation. Actually, this is something nice that you can actually work on yourself when you can actually decide to redesign something. When we've looked into how to do UI designs and all of that in Figma, and even post on social media or add to your portfolio and all of that. So the next one I think here was, okay, the problem, user remote workers and students who use WhatsApp across multiple cloud device, phone, consumers experience lags or ecosystem. Okay, it's just what you did from your favorite app or something that you just transferred your content. Many users tracking multiple devices through the problem statement. Yeah. Okay. So you already have like a, okay, I think at the end of this class, we're going to, I'm still going to go take you guys through the process of how you can build a case study to add to your portfolio or build your portfolio at the end of the day. So this is something you can actually work on as a personal project and add to your portfolio or use to build a case study or at the end of the day. Nice one. So, okay, I think it's Krista I just looked at. Lucy, are you on the call? Please, while this is going on, if anybody has any question, feel free to ask. So, Lucy, are you on the call? If you just give a response, that will work, but I'm not hearing any, so I'm going to skip. Hannah, are you on this call? Oh God, this is what I'm saying for documents. So which is which? Okay, or you just kept on sending it multiple times. Okay, this assignment, so this mail is empty. There's no message there. So let me go back to it. Yeah, I think the first one, so this one that had no subject, there was no message in it. So let's go to this one. What am I type? What am I person? I don't know. Anna, are you on the call? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm saying. Sorry, I'm not looking at the Google Meet interface. I'm just focused on this distance. So I might not see when you react or something. Okay, this is the one that had to do with remote workers. Okay, face unable power supply, which disrupt their productivity and ability to meet deadlines. With the increase in remote jobs global, many Nigerians now work from home for local and international. However, inconsistencies. So if you had to solve this problem with a digital product, how do you go about that, Hannah? Hello, Hannah, can you hear me? Your
Good
mic is
evening, ma.
unmuted. I was trying to say something. Okay, yeah, good evening, Hannah.
Okay. If you can hear me, because I can't hear you, your voice is breaking.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, I think Anna, if you can't hear me, probably you can just try and rejoin. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly now, ma.
Okay, so I said from your assignment, from this assignment that you stated a users, remote workers, the problem. So if you have to solve this problem using a digital product, what are you going to come up with as a UI UX designer?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to focus on making it easy for remote workers to have access to their internet, because our main issues here is internet connection in Nigeria and light or data. So I'm going to create an application that will
Yeah.
make it easy for remote workers to have access to their app, even though they don't have data. Or maybe sometimes if you look at OPay, if you have just about 10 MB, a little, you can have access to OPay and you can actually make a successful transfer. So the same with remote workers. I can make it easy. I can create an app that even with the unlimited data. So
Your voice is breaking, Anna.
they can make they can
Your voice is breaking,
use it,
Hannah. If you
or
can
they can
hear
have
me, just
internet easy.
yeah, it's okay now. I think I got what you said, but I just want to ask something. You know, when remote workers are working, they are either on, if I'm a remote worker, I'm here in where I am. Like this is a remote, like for example, let's use this instance, whatever we are doing right now is a remote work or a remote job. I'm not physically present with you and we're having a live class. So that's how some remote work go. They are either having a meeting online, having a live class, working with something online, and that needs internet connection. So how do you plan on, if you have an app, how do you plan to build an app that doesn't require internet connection or that reduces the internet connection at the end of the day?
Okay. I think since I already know what my users want, that is making it easy for them to have internet connection, I will focus on creating a app that will reduce
The use of
data.
internet or data
No,
consumption.
that will reduce the use of data. consumption. Yes.
reduce the use of data consumption.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just like the way WhatsApp reduces. Okay. Yeah, now I think that was like the first is it catchphrase or catch line for WhatsApp. It doesn't uses it's a social media platform that doesn't use like a lot of data, but yet you can easily just send message, make a call, or reach billions of people wherever they are in the world. Okay, that's a nice one. Sometimes actually the solution does not might not necessarily might have a problem at all, or the solution might not be most of them might not boil down to a digital product. Some can still be a physical product at the end of the day or something like that. But that's a nice one. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you, ma.
So Bamiyo David, I don't know if you're on the call. Messi, I don't know if you're on the call. Philip, I don't know if you're on the call. Alex, I don't know if you're on the call. If anybody is just hearing their name, please do it to react. Bamiyo David, are you on the call? Messi, or you unmute your mic and talk, please.
Alex is on the call, man. Good evening.
Okay, thank you so much, Alex, for Alex Dwada, right?
Yes, ma. Alexander Dauda.
Okay. Okay, so I think it's just assignment one. Did you do or is assignment two? Okay, assignment one and two are on the same.
Both 1 and 2 and 3, ma.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I think I'm seeing that. Oh, finally, I've seen an assignment three that has to do with the logs of UX and the Nairaland website. So assignment one I use daily is OP. Okay, zero stress. Three things I feel: zero stress, seamless enter my data, agent network. So three things that is bad: the token generation hassles for transaction. For security reasons, OPay requires a 6-digit token for certain transactions, especially when sending for new beneficiaries and amounts. Why security is good? The process feels tiring. You have to leave the transaction screen, go to the security section, generate the token, memorize or copy it, and then go back to paste it and all. This within a short time window. It disrupts the otherwise smooth flow and feels like an extra tax when other banks use simpler in-app biometric confirmation. So what do you mean by other banks uses simpler in-app biometric confirmation? Because I think generated token is mostly common with app, like when you've imputed your mail and all, they send you a token to your mail to confirm, a bit to your phone number. Then sometimes if you're on that screen, you can just the token shows. So you said other bank uses biometric confirmation. How is it like face biometric? A bit on print biometric confirmation.
Yes, ma. That's just what I'm trying to say because even the
Which
process
app
of
uses biometric confirmation? Which other app uses biometric confirmation?
normal bank apps,
Mm-hmm.
do biometric or maybe face ID or anything because even that token is in the process of security. So, in as much as your fingerprint is there, it means you are still the owner. So instead of maybe wasting all those time and going through that stress, I think it's just advisable to just stick to that biometric. I think is going to help.
Okay. Honestly, I can't say anything right now on this because I'm not a cybersecurity expert or personnel. But that is why at the end of the day, I keep on saying this: when you're building a product or something, you're not just working by yourself as a designer. You have a team. You have the marketing team that will tell you that no, they don't want this one to be there. It's not going to sell. It's not going to sell markets for whatever the product is. You have the developer that will say, you know, this cannot actually be developed. You have the stakeholders that will tell you no, this is what they are. You have people that are even the cybersecurity team that will tell you that no, this is a more safer option in terms of online security and all of this stuff. So okay, what can be improved? And because the process, okay, you already stated what can be improved. That's a nice one. Poor customer support dispute resolution. During the transaction phase that your account is discredited in case of failed transaction, but your money was disabled. Getting your money back, I mean, nightmare. OP's customer support is largely chatbot driven. The Hello OP assistant and reaching a human agent is equally difficult. There's no customer service. I thought, okay, or direct line. Okay. Oh, okay. Account freezing and under KYC, but if it has a repetition for suddenly freezing accounts or limiting transactions functionality without clear parameters, the user might be using the account normally and then suddenly implementation around this often poor and the requirements for upgrading can feel excessive compared to traditional banks. Was there's no grace period. You mostly discover the restriction exactly. Okay. I think all of this still has to do with their security and probably what they're trying and probably the trust they're trying to build within themselves and their user. Because at the end of the day, there are still some people that will say, oh, because they are not doing these things they are doing, and since it's not a traditional banking app, many people are not going to trust it like the way they already just have the regular trust when it comes to your traditional banking app, UBA, Access, and whatever they show you, just you really doubt it because it's a traditional bank, everybody know them and all of those stuff. If anything happen, if you drag them or just go to that bank. So since this is not a so much traditional banking app, I think they want to like double up when it comes to requirements, needs, and all of those stuff. That's just my own perspective or point of view of things. So for your assignment 2 user, are you Sarah? A 34-year-old busy professional and parent. As my persona, she uses Amazon primarily for subscribe and save, household essentials such as diapers, dog food, and also a last-minute gift. Sarah goals is to complete purchases in under 2 minutes. She values efficiency and relies heavily on Prime. Shipping filters to ensure items arrive before the weekend. However, she is easily overwhelmed by the cluttered search results, sponsored ads that look like organic results, and the mental load of comparing prices across dozens of identical or similar looking. Okay, that's your user. What is the problem? The problem is also always friction point, which includes analysis paralysis and trust anxiety. Analysis paralysis. Okay. And trust anxiety. Why Amazon offers the widest selection, the mobile app interface often obscure trust signals while searching for a specific item. Okay. So the major problem the person is having is friction point. Context. It is Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Sarah realized her son needs a specific brand or insulated lunch bag for a school field trip on Monday morning. She's sitting on the couch. After putting the kids to bed, she's tired. The TV is on the background. She is using iPhone with low battery. Time constraint. She knows she has a 2-hour window to order to qualify for Prime overnight or 2-day shipping to arrive by Saturday. Environment. Mobile, low attention, low battery platform. Sarah, who is a time-constrained parent shopping on mobile, needs to instantly distinguish reliable, prime-eligible sellers from low quality. Okay, so what is the solution that you're going to offer to this? Oh, I don't get what the problem is here. Can you explain it briefly in one line?
Yeah, the problem is regarding the friction based on some of those ads will be delaying the process because you have to wait for them to finish or you cancel it. And that because her battery is low, she might end up not completing the purchase because of some of those ads and the rest of them, and the phone will die, which automatically will prevent her from receiving that item by the weekend as she planned to.
Okay. So what's the solution to remove the ad?
Yeah, if they can remove the art and all those clusters, anything that is just going to interfere with the placing of order, I think is going to help.
Okay. Okay. So all this write up, were you the one that came up with it yourself, or it was?
Yes, ma. I think I saw something like that, so I just tried to use my initiative on a different point. So I came up with this one.
Okay, no problem. Well done. So assignment 3, 10 laws of UX. Okay, I don't think I needed you rewriting all the laws again. I just needed to see where the site is following. Okay. Maryland violated these laws fundamentally, and then what's modern users expect Infinite Scroll sticking as card a stack blue on white database. Okay, yeah, I just need to see the improvement. I recommend that a Reddit style card view for the home page should be introduced instead of a simple list of thread. Also, they should implement a floating new topic button, standard on mobile app, instead of requiring users to scroll on the top or bottom of a page to post. Okay. By padding an interactive element to Apple's guideline for mobile touch targets. Also, the dense. Okay. So all these things you wrote here now, if I say go and, or when we get to UI design and I say go and do a complete UI redesign of it all, would you be able to do it?
That is if I learn it very well. Definitely, I can be able to add up some of the stuff.
Because it's one thing for you to be able to interpret or write down what you want to do, and it's another thing to translate them into a high fidelity UI design at the end of the day. I recommend that NITDA Collasive uses metadata, join dates, post count location by default, train it only on hover or tap. They should also minimize signatures because on mobile, signatures often take up more screen real estate than the actual post content, violating Miller's law. Okay. There is a okay. Aesthetic usability effect. I feel they should implement a modern CSS. What do you mean by them implementing a modern CSS without changing the underlying HTML?
Regarding this, I think it's just the way to try to improve some of the custom designs there. I think they don't really have to interfere with everything. It's just some of the like the touch up.
So what's the aesthetic usability effect? Refers to users' tendency to perceive attractive products are more usable. People tend to believe that things that look better will work better, even if they aren't actually more effective or efficient. So you said the way that can be improved is modern CSS, refresh without changing the HTML structure. If database loading a coincide, they can also increase line height and contrast ratio. Using a mobile first responsive design can also help, because currently the mobile site is a stripped down version that removes feature. So if you're implementing this thing now, is it you as the UI UX designer that is going to implement it?
Not really. This one is developer. Like, yeah, if he has
So
to
you
use.
yourself as the UI UX designer, what are you going to do when it comes to aesthetic usability effects?
So definitely, I will make maybe some of the adjustments so the developer will know how he's going to implement it. Maybe using that one. So I'll just come up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I believe as a UI designer, when they are talking about aesthetic usability effect, they're talking about things that are fine. And when you're talking about something being fine, you're talking about the color, the text, the layouts, the way it looks like, and all of those stuff. So if you are trying to do a redesign, what you should do if you want to make it more aesthetically usable, you can go and look at other websites and that relates to what it is. Ireland is an entertainment website, or be a news website or something like that. Look at the kind of color scheme they are using, the kind of text they are using, layout, all of that. So at the end of the day, just make it fine. That's what they are trying to refer to. So moreover, well done for your assignment. It's well detailed, but it's one thing to write things detailed and it's another thing to interpret them into your final product at the end of the day. So Bakre, Hannah, I'm seeing your assignment again. I think I've gone through that already. I don't know, please, if I call your name and you're on the call, just unmute your mic and talk to me. Comfort. I don't know if you're on this call. Bakre, I don't know if you're on the call. Bello, Uma, Roots,
Good evening, ma.
Yakubu. Yeah, good evening.
This is Ricky.
Cherokee.
Mm.
Is it Bello?
No, Seriki Bami or David.
Okay. Yeah, Cherokee Pami or David, assignment 1 and 2. I think, yeah, I saw that before. The last person that we're talking to or talking on. Oh, another person that uses WhatsApp, that used WhatsApp as their preferred website for assignment 1. Speed and reliability. WhatsApp delivers message instantly. Straightforward interface. Yeah, WhatsApp interface is straightforward. Even my parents can easily navigate it and all. Efficient media sharing. Heavy storage. Okay, I've seen another person that is talking about heavy storage. Automatic media downloads consume device storage quickly. Limited personal control. So since you are saying heavy storage, so how do you plan to solve that issue if as a UI designer? And you said limited personal control. How? I think WhatsApp is like the most platform that has like you can the most personal control ever. Customization also shows as themes, font style, and chat appearance are restricted. No, it's not restricted. Or I know you can change your is it not chat? Okay, is it only chat background also? A bit chat thing. Privacy, setting
No,
publicity, static visibility settings are always not very clear. Okay, yeah.
I'm
Go on.
good evening, ma. I'm actually talking about the team, not the chat background. The team entirely. And in time of fun, I think you can when you are using normal WhatsApp, you can't just change your font to the preferred one and the way your chat appears.
Okay. Okay. Then you have static visibility settings are not always very clear. A more direct and simplified structure will reduce confusion and improve trust. So how do you plan on redesigning that? Can you explain?
What I mean by that statement is that I think it's almost everyone that will be having such experience. Like for instance now, if you set your status privacy that whenever you view someone's status, the person shouldn't be notified or the person shouldn't see you on their list that you have viewed their status. And the very moment you are turning on that feature, so as it is applicable that when you view their status, it won't it won't be visible at their end. Same thing
Mm-hmm.
when they view yours, it won't be visible at your own end as well. So I'm thinking there should be an improvement on that, whereas you'll be able to determine maybe where you are turning off that feature, it shouldn't affect, it shouldn't be effective at your own side. What do I mean by that? That when they are viewing your own status, you'll be able to see that they viewed it.
Okay.
Just like
Okay.
just like just like the red receipt, like when you turn off the red receipt at your own hand. So the same way when you send message to them that it won't tick the blue this thing. The same way the same thing will be applicable to you. So I
Okay.
think there
I
should be
think
an
yeah,
improvement on
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I guess what you're trying to say. I think okay, there should be other. I think the only option for that viewing of status is that you can just turn off your status view. When you view somebody's own, the person will not see your own. When the person is viewing your own too, you will not see that the person is viewing your own. So there should be like that option, and then another option whereby okay, you can turn from your end, but
Yeah,
the person will not see your own, but you can be seeing the person's own. That should be like a second
yes.
option. Okay, yeah, I think I get what you're trying to say, and that
Uh,
is actually something that can actually work. Because most times when people turn on their turn off their view or something, they are actually just turning it off for them not to be able to see that someone is that they are viewing somebody's status, but then they still want to still see people that are viewing their own. Then what about the
yeah.
storage? If you should actually prefer a solution to that.
The storage aspect, I think although the fact is that WhatsApp is still okay. Just I think to my own perspective, I think they can actually make some improvements on that this thing. Like you view someone's assignment, someone that did something related to this. She has also made mention of that space construction because to
Yeah, I
me,
think
I
two of you can
think
collaborate if and work and come up with a solution
yes,
and build a new product. Yeah, go ahead.
I I think there's nothing bad. There's nothing bad if you actually turn your auto download due to let me say a reason well known to you, like someone that is working in a corporate environment now where they make use of WhatsApp and you already know that media will be sent. So instead of you to be downloading them one by one, so you can actually put on your auto downloading then whenever they are being sent, they will be downloaded automatically. So in such situation, I think there should be improvement on the space storage management. So that's what I'm trying to say that area.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice one. I like the fact that you guys took the assignment one seriously. I actually took notes of certain issues or problems that you were expressing in certain app and applications. So okay, I think for the other one you were talking about a fintech, young adult students, working professionals who use mobile banking applications to transfer money. Users sometimes make wrong transfers or feel anxious while sending money because the banking app confirmation process is not very clear or reaction. This problem usually happens when users are in a hurry, experiencing poor network conditions, or performing financial transactions like it at night. During transfers, users may input incorrect account numbers or wrong amounts. Since financial transactions are sensitive and often irreversible, any confusion in the process increases fear. Mobile banking users need a clearer and more reassuring transfers experience because uncertainty during transaction can lead to mistakes and anxiety. Okay. Did you carry out your user research assignment, David?
Ma, you
I
mean
said,
the
did you
last
carry out
assignment?
your user research assignments?
The
Did you
last
carry out
assignment
assignments
given to us?
for?
No, I haven't done that, ma.
Okay, okay. Because you can actually build on what you have here for assignments two to carry out your assignment four, because this is actually a very solid problem or problem statements that actually happens and relating to fintech. So you can actually build on what you have there already to carry out your assignment for which you've not done. So Philip, are you here? Mercy, are you here? Moreover, well done on your assignments. And I love the short and still insightful response you were able to profile on the assignments. Is Mercy, Philip, are you here? If no, Malobi, Precious, Comfort, Tobiloba, Comfort again, Bello. Then okay, I'm seeing another Hannah. Hannah, you submitted as two of assignment two. I know I reviewed two of your assignments already, but I'm seeing assignments two. Spotify. So all these people I'm calling, I didn't know on the call. Bello, Uma, Comfort, Toby, Loba.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Ruth. This is Ruth. You called my name earlier.
Okay, Roots. Yeah. So it was just okay. The one I'm seeing here is assignment one, two. Okay, yeah, assignment one and two. Gmail mobile app. Okay. doing things that feel smoother, but the clear layout that helps to quickly understand the things that are bad or frustrating. The frequent email notification, especially from promotion or subscriptions. You can turn that off, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I think you can turn off notifications from email notifications
and
from
promotion.
unimportant. I think they even brought out a new feature, if I'm correct, on Gmail mobile app, whereby you have non-important something 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 something. You have important and then non-important this thing. Then important emails sometimes are incorrectly sorted into spam, promotions, or social tab, which may be frustrating, annoying. Yeah, I actually experienced that too. I don't know why that is. Why most mail that's supposed to come to like your inbox or primary goes to spam. Not mobile app limited options to fully customize how emails are displayed. How does it limit options to customize our email display?
I that is for mobile phones. So like you can't, let's say for all these bank messages,
Mm,
um social media messages, for laptop you
mm.
can easily customize into labels. Okay, so you can easily customize into labels to put all your bank messages into bank, so you'll be able to like go to bank messages to check what is there. But for phone, you cannot customize into labels. So if there's a way, because normally Gmail cannot sort your mails into, okay, all bank messages should go to bank messages, all academic related messages should go to academic related. They just bump everything into your inbox. So it is until you search for the one you are looking for before you get it. So for mobile phone, there should also be a way we can also customize our emails into labels.
Okay, I get what you're trying to say. As I mentioned, nutritional imbalance. Okay. So if you had to build a digital product to solve this problem, what are you going to do or what are you going to build?
Okay, I would build an app that can easily help them, like the users, to maintain and manage their dietary patterns effectively. And also there should be a section whereby if they need a personalized dietary pattern or dietary plans, they can also reach out. They can they can make their choice, sure, to request for they can make their choice to request for a personalized dietary pattern where they can be where they can get their dietary pattern and then monitored, and also monitored on how to maintain those dietary personalized dietary pattern. So,
Okay. Thank you so much, Ruth, for that response. So did anybody carry out user research assignments?
yes, I actually created a Google form which I sent out for people to
Or
fill.
you're not done? Yeah, you carried out the assignment, but you're not done with the assignments. You've not gotten your response or feedback.
Yeah, I got
Is
like
the
10
form is
responses.
still open? How many responses did you get?
I got like 11 responses on it. That was why I asked earlier if I was supposed to give insight based on the individual's response. But what I did was that I
Okay.
gave insights on everything. Like I joined their responses together. So instead of giving insight on individual's response.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much, Ruth.
Mm. Thank you, ma'am.
So I'm going to go through people that submitted. Okay, I think I received some submission for assignment 4 and 5 today. Why someone still submitting 3? And I want to look into that. No, this is assignment 3. Assignment 2, 3. 5. Sule, are you on this call? Sule, are you on this call? Oh, okay. Chinemere, are you on this call? You submitted assignments 4 and 5. Audi David, are you on this call? So people that did assignment 4 and 5, you decided not to join today's class because you feel you're up to date or what? Which assignment is this? Assignment 3. Ayusa, you submitted assignment 4. Are you on this call? No. Ayusa, your assignment 4. Wait, what am I saying here? So you did assignment 4, you know the assignment 5. Why? Why, Ayusa? I'm asking a question. Why did you not do assignment 5 after doing your 4?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, this is Isosa.
Yeah, I know. Good evening.
Good evening. So the reason why I did not submit, I actually did it though, but I couldn't submit because of the light issue we had here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
So you're not done with it?
No, I'm not done with it.
So your assignment 4, FinTech. This is an app that helps users spend, track, and manage their money without overspending. The app helps users to set daily spending limits, monitor daily spend, notify. So why is that what the app is dealing with? Why was that what you went for? Was your
Because it has happened to me several times and some other persons. I
oh
know I know how many times I've gone to a shop to get something only to discover that I've gone past my daily limits. And sometimes I have guys that be like, please send me money, I've gone past the limit, I'll send it to you by 12 a.m. and the rest. So stuff like that.
okay? And there is no app existing like that, or is there? Did you do
And
your research
yeah,
on that?
I checked for other apps. Most of them, they were like, you track your spending monthly, not daily. This one tracks your own daily, and it allows you to set maybe a daily limit first. Then with time, it sends you notification like, okay, you've spent 50% of your income, or the money you set. Maybe let's assume you set 500,000 for a day, and if you spend up to like 250,000, it will notify you. If you spend up to 70%, it will notify you. It's not that maybe you just get to 500,000 and just okay, you are done for today. Try again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So things like that. And most of other apps don't do that. No, they don't. They only track your spending monthly or at least weekly, not daily.
Okay.
Not daily. Yeah.
Okay. That's a nice one. So research, you did both qualitative and then quantitative research. So
Yeah.
these were the questions. So for your quantitative research, where is your Google form? Why is
It's
this
there.
not clicking? Okay. So who and who did you send it out to?
I sent it out to my friends now, to people.
How many people? How many responses did you get?
I think I got like 7. Was it 7? 6 or 7?
7.
Yeah.
That's poor. That's a
I,
poor response from a
I
Google form.
don't know.
So the interview, how many response? How many people did you ask question?
The interview was like 5, yeah. Let me be 5, yeah.
Okay. So I expect you to get more response from the Google form. Actually, I'm still going to leave this user research assignment open for some few days. So, okay, let me go through the questions you asked relating to what you're building on? How do you usually keep track? How do you usually keep track of how much you spend in a day? Can you describe a time when you spent more money than you planned? What challenges do you face when trying to control your steady spending? What method or tools do you currently use to manage your spending? If an app would alert you when you use, okay, your questions are actually good. So participants' responses, although the survey received limited response. Oh, thank God you stated that the survey I'm even just able saying this right up, but I have already said it that your
Yeah.
responses them are small. Thank God you already know the responses were limited. This is
Yes.
a summary of the participants. Most users mentally keep track of their spending without a monetary app. They lose track of their spending because of multiple spending apps. For example, a single user. Okay. Okay. From the Google form, 66% of people really check their balance and how much they've spent. 5% mostly spend more than they intended. 100% do not currently use any app to monitor or control your spending. Okay. So, how often do you check your account balance daily? How often do you spend money than you plan in a day? Do you currently use an app to monitor? Okay. Okay. Well done, Ayusa. Have you
Thank you
ever
very
carried out a user research for a product before now?
much. No, no.
Okay.
But I've had the app idea for a while now, though.
Okay. So this
Yeah.
is your first time doing something like this related to UI UX design.
UI UX design or user research.
User research for a design that you want to work on because you are still going to work on this design at the end
Oh,
of
yeah.
the day.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay.
So for a first time, this is what I'm expecting and more from the assignment I gave out. Although multiple people were saying they don't actually understand or get and all of those stuff, but this is what I'm expecting. You have an idea, come up with an idea relating to a fintech problem or relating to an edutech, then carry out a research to validate that your idea at the end of the day, so you can start building on. But Ayosa, I will need you to actually have more responses or do get more feedback. If you just even send your form to, you are on multiple group chats or WhatsApp, you can send your form to a group chat and then you get like 20 responses. That's safe. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, you can even post it on your WhatsApp status. People will really want to feel it and then just give feedback.
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So well done on that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for people that did. So okay. Is this Sadiq, are you on this call? This assignment, okay, because you sent a Figma link and then you say a Google Docs. Let me click on the link and see. Okay, Sadiq is not on this call. So
I'm on
let me
the
not bother
call. I'm on the
myself
call. I'm
opening.
on the call.
I wanted to not bother myself with opening what I wanted to open just now. So did you do your user research assignment
Yes, I did, man.
and you sent it where? What platform? What
Yes, it's
format? So
inclusive with the Google link that I sent.
it's in a Google. Okay. Because I'm seeing a document here, but what I'm seeing here is Telegram. Or are everything inside one document? Or
Yes,
you
yes. So I
send
have
it
a
your
tab. I have different tabs. for assignment
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah. I've seen the tab. I didn't see this tab stuff by the side. Yeah, that's a okay. I'm just going to jump to your assignment 4. Ah, you've already given your app name. You've already given your app a name. Eh? Okay. Oh. Spend wise. What is spend wise all about, Sir Sadiq?
Okay, this in the concept behind the Spendwise is just like an app, just like an OP or Money Point. But the difference between the Spendwise and the other online banking is that most students, or let me say corpers, we receive stipend or maybe money for some for maybe particular project or maybe for our personal financial needs. But before we know it, we spend, our spending doesn't have limit. Maybe you buy this, we buy this, we buy this. Before we know it, we see that we have maybe minus something, or maybe 15 naira or 100 naira left without knowing the account, without getting the account for the money that we spend. So for us now to get, even if you look at OP,
Okay.
for you to get each transaction and summing each of the transaction to get the actual amount for particular maybe goods or a particular stationery that you buy.
Mm.
When you go to the transaction menu, you have to scroll before you get, okay, I use this money, this is my this minus this, starting using the calculation, pressing your calculator for it. But this spends wise, it is going to have, let me just say, a space in the app that will be calculating that for you. That's okay, for this particular thing you buy as at this time, you buy as at this moment, and the accumulation for a day that you have is this amount. So that will be coming, that will come in form of maybe an alert or a message, maybe through your message or through your Google mails or any other mails that you are using, to notify you that, okay, in today I'll spend, out of the amount that I have, I've spent all up to this amount. So you'll be able to track, okay, my daily expenses, is it not more than what I've been spending? Or this amount of money, I have my limit. Is this not more than what I will be spending in a month? So that's the concept behind it. And it is strictly based on students, corpers, and those who have, let me say, businesses, low businesses, like people in the market that are spending, that are buying and selling. So
Okay.
that's the concept.
Is that not what Figiflex does? Or it's not?
I don't know about India. I'll not make research on the
Okay,
US.
so you did not make research on other products if what you're trying to solve is already being solved.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. I'm just going to go through, review the questions you asked. It's a nice idea or problem they are trying to solve. Common response, insights. Mm. And you did too. You did an edutech too. Lens fair. Learn at their own space. Access short video lesson, take quizzes and track progress. Case personalized study recommendation. So from your research you did for this edutech now, what problem are you trying to solve from the responses you got from your users?
So for this learn sphere, is the concept about it is that most students, most especially let me say WAEC and JAM students, I know there are some platform in which they have some videos or this thing, but this lens fair is just, it will just be a platform that is going to organize the teaching of the tutor and also the, what is it called, the students. Maybe the person, the students want to offer jam or maybe a WAEC.
Mm-hmm.
So now we'll be having, instead of, there are some students, they don't have what, they don't have time. At times we have a lot of students that work and at the same time they want to offer these examinations. And based on their work, based on their schedule, they don't have enough time to go for tutorials or this, and they need people to track these lessons for them in order to make them progress and in order for them to have a good grade in their examinations. So this platform is just like a platform in which they will be there with the tutor, but it will just be in form of a short video. It doesn't need to be 1 hour video or 2 hours video. Just 1 hour video, maybe 30 minutes videos for them to gain what they want to gain and solve problems based on each subject they want to offer during their
Okay.
examination.
Okay. So the last thing I'm just going to ask, one of your findings from your research was many students struggle to stay focused. That's an issue. Room is if I have that issue, if I'm using a learning platform, one of the issue I have is staying focused on that learning platform. That's like one of the problem. So what are you going to do about that?
Based on this, the people that have struggle based on
Staying
the,
focused.
they are unable to stay focused when they are
Yes.
learning.
Yes.
So
Online on the
what?
platform or on
Yes.
using online tools. Yeah.
Yes. So what the concept behind is that what we are going to do is that it will just be in form of the quiz that will be given to them. It will be in form of, let me just say, a game that will be able to familiarize these people coming into the platform, maybe students or maybe other people that want to learn. Because if you want people to learn, you need something that is going to bring them closer. So we can make use of like a game, just like
So you want
Candy
to
Crush
do
or something like.
you want to build another Duolingo, but for learning. Sorry, do you know Duolingo?
No, I don't know.
Okay, it's a mobile app, I think, where people learn new languages, but it's more like while you're learning, you're playing a game. So all you're just trying to say is that to help them stay focused, one way you're going to do that is to create it in a way that they are going to be playing a game while learning.
Yes.
Okay, in summary. Okay. So, but there are already apps that are literally already existing that is solving everything you actually have here.
Yes, there may be apps solving the problems, but they are going to have their own. They will have, yeah, there will be a gap. There's usually a gap in
What
every
is the
research.
gap? What is the gap? So from the research you did, what is the gap?
Like you said for those that are learning languages now, we have a game for that. But for to solve the problem of maybe examination, for them to pass examination, we are other platforms. They don't make use of what of gaming method. Like if
Oh,
let's
okay,
let me cite an
payment
example like
method
X
that
now.
if you,
Like
yes, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You are citing an example with X.
yes, let's look at EDS for an example. If you go to EDS to go and learn, we just have videos. Although we have short video also. But when you get to a particular, they have limit. It has a limit. Maybe if you don't subscribe to the channel, you have maybe let's say a month to learn the course, and you have a huge syllabus for you to cover. So at the long run, not short, you see most students will lose interest because of the time frame and the bulky syllabus. But if you have something that you maybe like a game that will make them relax a little bit, they'll be able to focus, and within the short period of time that they have, they'll be able to complete that particular course.
Okay. Okay. I would have loved to see your user persona, but you sent a link and the link is not open. You have to give me access. So I've requested access. So thank you so much for that. You did just qualitative research and you asked just 5 people. You can ask more. If you don't have access to more people per interviews, do a quantitative research, create a Google form, send out and get more responses before concluding with the findings you have. So I'm going to look at another assignment for. So I think I have Jimo. Yeah, you did assignment 4. Before your assignment 4, okay, I think I'm seeing. Okay, I think I can see a lot of UX assignments. Okay, I'm just going to go into the research assignment. That's my key focus right now. Yeah, 5 different responses from the EduTech user experience survey reflecting their high school students' age, motivation, without our parents knowing what we are saying. And the app felt more like a game than a textbook. So this is this thing now. This is Jimo, I hope you're on this call. What I'm saying here is more like a user persona rather than your research.
So what happened is that I did the research and just try to like their own things. Just try to input it and because I don't understand the concept very well. Until when I see other people reviewing like their own assignment, then I understand the concept of it. How to
Okay.
really sign.
Because I feel like what I have here is more like a persona, but just written, not the other persona I was expecting than the research.
I
So I
okay. Um, so then passenger, I think I share you. I didn't
I
know.
want to see, okay. If you're submitting the user research, I want to see your questions. I want to see the responses you got. I want to see the questions you asked. I want to see what were the questions relating to. I want to see the responses you got in the actual format before start classifying it or categorizing it into, before you start classifying it or categorizing it into certain demographic or age and all of that, because from that I will understand, okay, from that I will understand what you were researching about first of all before you start classifying it into this thing. So for this user research assignment, there is still going to, if you want to redo your own, or for those who have not done, there's still going to be time to do it. But the honest truth is, if there will be a time for me to review it before, because if you don't have a solid foundation from your research and your persona, you're not going to be able to do the next assignments I'm going to be giving in the next class, because all of them are based on the foundation you have from your research at the end of the day. Yes, they are based on the foundation you have from your research at the end of the day, and that's how it's just going to work or continue working till the end of the mini project you are going to be building while this class is ongoing. So, okay, Philip, you did an assignment for, I don't know if you are on this call. Philip, are you on this call? Okay, no. There any other? I know there are others, but I'm going to those that submitted much earlier than the most recent ones when it comes to assignments for. So I think I've seen just, is it not only just two user research assignment out there? Okay, yeah, Esther, I can see your assignment for, I believe you're on this call. Esther. Okay, you did your research on Duolingo. Okay, I think Esther is not on this call. I'm not going to be reviewing people's assignment that are not on the call at the moment. Yusuf, I think I've reviewed a Yusuf, right? On an assignment for Lasisi. Are you on the call?
I'm on the call.
Esther.
Yes.
Okay. So your research was on Duolingo, and I don't think I'm going to bother going again because I said don't do on any you can compare, you can do a competitive analysis comparing what you have on your research with other existing products, but your research should not be totally based on what is already existing out there. It should be based on something you want to build or a problem you're building from scratch. I think a perfect example was what Ayosa did. So so you're asking in this interview, why I said it should not be on something that is existing. In this interview question, you're asking, can you describe your overall experience using Duolingo? What of somebody that has not used Duolingo before? What is the person response going to be? If you know okay, fine, you can create or want to solve a problem that is existing when it comes to Duolingo. I don't know what, or probably you want to build something relating to that. You can still, you want to build something related to that, but you're trying to like improve it or solve a problem that Duolingo is not already solving, but it's going to be like it was like, I will usually say there's nothing you're building today that is not existing. That's just the truth. It's either you're just improving or what's already existing, or there's nothing that is totally built from scratch today. There's something that is already there that is existing before. So you can either you're building something related to that, because if you're asking somebody a question and say your experience using Duolingo, there are people who have not used Duolingo, but tomorrow if they find out that there's an app like that, they might want to use it or something relating to that. So you can, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, because that's the essence of today's class. seeing what you've done and then us just having conversations and reviewing things. Esther, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I
Yes.
can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Thank you. I thought my this thing broke at a particular point. So I'm just going to move on to another person. Yusuf, I don't know if you're on this call. Yusuf, Lasisi, Krista. Okay, Krista did an
Lasisi is
assignment
here.
4 and 5.
God, I beg. I just did some.
Oh, Lassie's. Okay, I'm not even saying it again.
Hey, God, I beg.
Lassie, this one you're saying, God, I beg. Are you scared?
No.
I
I
think I
kind of
heard God,
just
I
rushed
beg.
it.
I think I heard God, I beg 2 times. I had to ask.
I kind of did a rush work, so because of the deadline.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So is it a qualitative or a quantitative research you did?
It's a qualitative. I asked my friends around the
How many
question.
people do you ask?
I asked 7 people.
Okay, 7 people. That's
Yeah.
a good number. So these are the questions. How do you usually manage your money on a daily or weekly basis? Where do fintech apps fit into your daily routine? What made you choose the fintech app you currently use? What makes you feel an app is trustworthy or not? Can you describe your experience when you first started using the app? What challenges or frustrations have you experienced? What did you do when that happened? How did it make you feel? What features did you find most useful? Needs or problem you feel this app does? What makes you continue using a fintech app? How do you ever stop using or switch for more? If you could design a fintech, well, you did a rush work, but I must say I love the way your questions are tailored for research. I don't know if you're the one that just totally came up with the question or if you Googled it or browsed it or something, questions you could ask or something, but I love the
I googled it because I wasn't really sure of how to put down the questions. I just had the questions floating in
okay.
my head, so I
Yeah.
had to tailor it down.
Okay, I thought as much because the questions are looking real.
Yeah.
That's why because when I say I already know, so that's why I asked. I said, okay, let me just ask rather than just concluding on that because the questions are just tailored to something to help. So the responses, I'm not saying the responses I'm expected to see, I'm just saying insights. Fintech app has become a part of life for people and all generations. So the responses you got from asking all these questions for 7 people, where are they?
Well, I just like put all the responses as one insight, but since you explained again that we should give out the responses in like different people's responses itself. As I said, I did a rush work. I'm going to redo it. Just to
Okay, that's fine. Well done.
thank you.
So I think one thing I'm just going to say in relation to your questions is that I think most of the questions that are here, or majority of them, are tailored to people who already have experiences using fintech app. So what of those that don't have? So what are you going to do? Are you just going to shift them out of your target audience or target users at the end of the day? There are some reasons why they are not using a fintech app or they don't use. So you can still ask certain questions relating to that because at the end of the day, you can build the next product or the next big thing that might actually be solving what their issues are. So you can ask questions like, those that are not using, still try to ask them open-ended questions why they are not making use of one, what challenges they are experiencing with even the traditional way of saving or the traditional way of tracking their funds, their money with the normal traditional banking system and all of that. So you can still ask those questions because not everybody said that even know what fintech app is. They will say they know, okay, fine, they use their bank has app, but it's not everybody that knows that, oh, fintech app. So you can still ask them more open-ended questions. I don't know if you try, if you
I
get
understand.
what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, you're welcome. So you do not do the user persona on too.
My laptop is having issues and I just have to repair it. So
So I've not seen anybody's user persona assignment. Okay, I think okay, Krista, I saw assignment 5. I think you were the person I was calling on before Assisi answered me. I don't know if you are still on this call. Okay, Krista is not on this call. Sorry, guys, for the delay on that. Rhodes, I can see your assignment for. I don't know. Are you still on the call?
Yes, ma'am, still on the call.
Okay, I know you've talked about your assignment for or explained it before now, but I'm still going to go through it again. I can describe daily into routine on a typical work day. So your product is relating to what? Is it a health tech?
Yes, ma'am.
I asked for either a fintech or edutech.
It's more like an education on health related on
Oh,
health.
2 in 1.
Yes. Nutrition or nutritional imbalance.
Okay.
So more like educating them more on how to maintain a healthy nutritional balance even when they are having a busy schedule at work, instead of just focusing more on processed and um, fast food. They can still create time to follow a dietary pattern that will be healthy for them. And if they need like a monitor, they can request for a personalized dietary pattern whereby they can be monitored and then get a dietary meal plan for their
Are you a
daily.
nutritionist?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. I like the fact that you're learning and you're trying to connect what you're learning to what you already do in life, because that's like the main goal of tech. When you talk about technology, it's just trying to connect it to whatever is already happening in life and trying to like solve that particular problem. So I like that fact. Well done. So okay, from your research, you did qualitative and then you asked these questions and then you got this response, insight, quantitative, what I learned. Okay, so the first question you asked, can you describe your daily eating routine on a typical work day? Someone said, I mostly eat based on what is available around me. Okay, what challenges do you face when trying to eat healthy? So the major issue or problem they are trying to solve at the end of the day is that
How to balance
they are
busy.
trying to provide education for them for their meals at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, given the fact, regardless of the fact that they have a busy schedule, they can still have a balanced dietary lifestyle.
Okay, okay. That was a beautiful one. Did you do a persona?
I've not done the persona. This is the part I just did. I've not created the persona yet.
Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to go through your questions and see if there's anything. But I like the fact that your questions are still relating to whatever is happening in their normal life and all, because that's it. You not just jump into asking them, have you used an app that solves this particular problem or something like that. You're still asking them what their daily routine is on a normal and all of that when it comes to eating healthy and that. Yeah. So your questions are after this first part of the questions you have is good. So I just hope that you were able to get the required answers, because these answers are just short and brief. Probably you just summarize everything into putting it inside here, but you were able to get the required feedback and answers. So you from the quantitative, how many persons answered? Were they the 11 persons that answered?
Yes, yes, it was part of the
Then the
11.
qualitative were how many?
Um, I just sent to few of them, like let me I just sent like 4 of them on WhatsApp. Then the remaining I shared it on my status that they should please fill the form for me. I'm using it for a project
The
to work
qualitative, you sent it like the qualitative.
on my status.
You
Should please help me fill it out. So it was the qualitative, the Google form this thing I used for this result I gave you. It was the responses I got from the Google form, the one I posted on my status. That was what I used for this result here.
okay, so you did not use the I'm trying to understand this qualitative. Oh, you said you shared it on your status to get response.
Yes, ma'am. Inside the Google form, I have where they will fill in, not
So you did
optional.
not ask anybody one-on-one question interview.
No, ma, no, ma, no, ma. But there are open-ended questions inside the Google form, and then the
Even though they are
optional.
open-ended questions, that does not. I don't think that does not categorize it as. It was still a survey you carried out, and surveys are still part of quantitative research, so not qualitative. I was asking if you probably asked a one-on-one interview or conducted an interview for your qualitative responses you got.
Mm, no, it's just from the Google form responses.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. So I think I'm going to be stopping there. I didn't see anybody's user persona to make any correction or to say something about it.
Ma, I think I sent
Okay.
one on chatbot now.
Oh, okay. Let me check that. I don't think I've checked the chat since. Thanks for bringing my attention to it. So it's requesting for access. So I'm just going to go to FigJam to explain how this work if you are trying to send an access or trying to give me access when it comes to or trying to share your Figma, your FigJam file, because that's what we've talking about. We've not looked into Figma in details, and I made mention in our last class that we are going to look into that. It was just FigJam I made reference to before people will come and start asking me 1 billion questions on something that we are going to still discuss in class.
Good evening, ma. You called me earlier.
Okay. I called you earlier, so why do you not answer me?
Well, is it Roots is her name? She came up, so I can't distract her.
Okay, Yusuf. I've been calling Yusuf since even before Lasisi answered and the rest. I even
Okay.
think before I even called Esther self.
Cap, I came late.
Okay, that's what you say. Okay. So okay, I just want to show you guys how to, if you are, since the personas are just so few and I'm going to be expecting more. If you want to share your link, your Figma link or FigJam link, which is what I'm expecting for when it comes to the user persona, just when I click on this share, you are going to see this. I believe that's what we also. So if you, before you copy the link, you go to access, only invited people. Only invited people means you have to invite me to the file. How do you invite me to the file? You have to come and copy my mail here. If you copy my mail here and you paste it in this box and then it shows invites. It shows invites. Then you can invite me, edit or view. I don't want to edit it. I just want to view your work. So you can just leave it to view. But if you want to copy the link, let me quickly share. If you want to just copy the link and share, make sure that this access is not to only those invited. It's for anyone. So that when you share the link with anyone, view, edit, anyone you want to do, you save. So that once you just copy the link and share it anywhere you're sharing it, if I share it on WhatsApp, share it on mail or anything, immediately you click on the link, it just takes them to what they are meant to see at the end of the day. So I think most of you should please try and do that. So before I can access your persona. So okay, Jimo, you said you did that. So just check again. Just check again. Although I have requested access to it and it's showing, so just check again. So Yusuf, I'm going to review your assignment because I can see that you did a persona, but I think if I click on it, it's still showing the same thing. I don't know, maybe it's for my own end then, but let's see, because I want to see. Where is the mail? Okay, sorry. I'm looking for. Okay, a particular Figma file is trying to open. I think Yusuf, your. Okay, I think Jimo, I finally opened yours. This should be it, right? I think I've found so many files.
No, ma.
Yeah, this is
It's
opening.
towards the right hand side, ma.
Is what?
Towards the right hand side, not this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Page occupation, okay, goals. Okay, I'm going to skip goal motivation. I'm going to go to the pain points. App crashes or loss of progress during sessions. Small mobile interface. Learn new skill for career growth and academic success. Understand complex topics more easily than traditional method. Study flexible without disrupting daily responsibility. Apply knowledge in real life situation. Small mobile interface, e.g., typing for coding tasks, sudden UI changes after updates, distraction like loud ads or notification, pressure from strict systems, offline access recording. Dark mode for light learning, clear and stable navigation, frustration. I hate when I lose my progress after putting in effort. The app should not interrupt my learning with noise or ad. Sometimes I just want to learn quietly at my own space. Okay. So, okay, I feel like I even understand. I don't know. I feel like your persona gave me a more understanding of everything than the the user research I was initially looking at firstly. So at least this is giving a more understanding of what the problem is or what the challenge is at the end of the day. So you have pain points and frustration. I think one works. Pain points is still the same thing as frustration. So probably you can decide to combine both of them and put it into just one, which is pain point. Look at each of the first frustration was I hate when I lose my progress after putting in effort. App crashes or loss of progress during session. The app should not interrupt my learning, and look at frustrations and pain points that are within your control as a UI UX designer, because that's what you're going to work on at the end of the day. So some pain points or frustrations are not within your control. That's why you're carrying out research. So look at the ones that are within your control when it comes to designing the interface or designing the product at the end of the day, that you're going to be able to come up with a solution. That solution I mean, because any solution you come up with at the end of the day is a future they are going to put in your app or put in your application at the end of the day. So look towards that, because app crashes, I don't know if the app crash relates to whatever. Okay, sometimes some certain app crash because the load or the elements on the app are too much at that particular point in time, or sometimes even the device itself is that you are using a particular device that can't carry that particular app at that particular point in time in terms of storage capability, memory, and all of that. That's why most times most app crash. So look at working with pain points that you can implement in your UI design at the end of the day. There's small mobile interface, sudden UI changes after updates, distractions like loud ads or notifications, pressure from strict systems. I don't understand what you mean by pressure from strict system. The app should not interrupt my learning routes. Okay. Noise or ads, that's something you can actually work on when you're building your own. You make sure that there is not too much ads and all of that. Sometimes I just want to learn quietly at my own space. So what do you mean by noise? How do you mean by, or from your research, what was the whole noise happening, Timor?
Okay, what I mean is just like a discussion, maybe there are some cases, wherever you are learning and there's some ads that will come up with singing or any other music stuff that will distract you from what you're learning or your learning process.
Okay. So you can actually still work on that, on building something that is less than that or not that. Then goals, motivation, needs. I think these three things are actually working hand in hand. So it's that you have just goals and needs, or goals and motivation. Like you can try to compress all these things into, so you don't have too many things you're looking at the same time. So you can just compress them into one or something like that. Then I think you still need to work on your research, because it was whatever you did for your research that concluded into your persona, or what came to your persona at the end of the day. So yeah, well done on that. So I'm just going to stop there because it's past our time. Um, does anybody have any question? Yusuf, let me click on your link and see what I have here. Okay, sent a document, assignment one. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Is assignment one the assignment 111 or another assignment one? Okay, carry out a user research. This is your first assignment you are doing. And Yusuf.
No, ma.
Okay. So the application Fella Pay. You already have a name. That's nice. Tagline financial Kalakuta, freedom for your money. What language is that? Philosophy of
Initially, the,
nature. Ella Anikula. Oh,
yeah, the app is like inspired by the late fella Nicola Kukutu. His ideas is what triggers me to just find the ideas, like to build a app that will integrate pan Africanism and maybe a fintech app that can that can be like OP, PanPay, all those things that you can make transactions within um between countries, like from Nigeria to Ghana, from Ghana to Kenya, something like that within Africa.
okay. So that was your idea.
Yeah, that's my idea.
Okay. I think time is fast spent, so I should be quick in this. So what is the major problem or issue this app plans to solve, or your idea plans to solve?
My idea plans to solve the problem of uh, transaction between countries. Although there are many apps that are doing that, but there are some gaps, like some loopholes within the apps. Like there are some delays in transactions, sometimes failed transactions, and sometimes there is some high transaction fee. So the inspiration of Fela Anikula Pokuti makes me to like think how to develop a app that will make it that will make that will make it less transaction fee, lesser transaction fee. Like you should just integrate Africa. That is all the ideas of Fela Kuti, the shrine, the core features about the app. So that is the free to develop an app that identify robotic or any forgery something and transaction.
Okay, noted. Okay, I'm going through your personality, and I think just one thing that I took notes of that I like was under these needs and expectation, voice alert. I think that's like one key thing, one key future that you probably got from your research or something. Hearing you have received instead of just reading a small notification. So that's something that can be implemented. Then I think okay, the last thing I'm just going to say, I'm just trying to briefly go through this so I can end the class. I think there should be another section where you input your create another section solution, the pain points and the frustration, the needs, the goals and motivation. So what solution is your app going to provide? For example, you have data heavy apps that don't work on 2G/Edge network. So are you saying you are going to build an app that is going to work on 1G? I don't know. I don't know what you plan on doing or solving with that, but I just needed to create another section here, solutions, and create mini boxes. So each of the pain points and frustrations you have, type the solution that your UI, your user interface product is going to solve at the end of the day. So I want to
Okay.
see that. So I think I'm just going to stop here, guys. Please, please, please. The time is fast spent. So if there's any questions, let's take it to the group chat. I think that should be more of a valuable choice. Yes, so if you have any questions, take into the group chat. So I believe we're going to call this a 9. Thank you all so much for joining, for being part of our assignment review class and interactive class. By next week, Wednesday, we're going to continue learning new things or learning something new. And I hope to see you guys in our next class. So for those of you that I did not review assignments, I'm right now. I'm not even giving any new assignments. So you have to on Wednesday next week to cross your I's, your dots, your T's in all your assignments, especially 4 and 5, because to me, assignments 1, 2, and 3 are out of the way. So if you've done 4 and 5, and I mean if you've done it, not halfway or by the side way, or I don't know, if you've done it, send me a DM and I'm going to personally review it and give you a feedback before our next class on Wednesday. Assignments 4 and 5. If you've done it, you send it to me, or if you are doing your own or sending it again to me between now and Wednesday. Once on Wednesday reach, I'm not going to be doing any review again. And on Wednesday, we're going to be learning. I'm not going to be doing any review on the course. So between now and then, send me a DM if you've done assignment 4 and 5, and I'm going to review it and give you your feedback. Thank you all so much. Good night. Have a wonderful night's rest.
Thank you, ma. Good night.